my video. In this video, we are going to see about glycolysis. The word glycolysis is of Greek origin, where glykos means sweet and lysis means splitting. Glycolysis literally means sugar splitting or sugar breaking. At first, we'll see the definition of glycolysis. Glycolysis is the sequence of reactions that metabolizes one molecule of glucose to two molecules of pyruvate with the concomitant net production of two molecules of ATP. Glycolysis is the first step in the breakdown of glucose to extract energy for cellular metabolism. Glycolysis consists of 10 separate reactions, each catalyzed by a different enzyme. The next question comes in our mind is, where does glycolysis takes place? Glycolysis takes place in the cytoplasm of both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Next, you may ask me, is glycolysis aerobic or anaerobic? Let's see. This process is anaerobic, which means it does not require oxygen because it evolved before substantial amounts of oxygen accumulated in the atmosphere. Pyruvate can be further processed anaerobically to lactate or ethanol. Under aerobic conditions, pyruvate can be completely oxidized to carbon dioxide, generating much more ATP. Thus, glycolysis serves as the foundation for both aerobic and anaerobic cellular respiration. The complete glycolytic pathway was elucidated by 1940, largely through the pioneering contributions of Gustav Embden, Otto Meyerhof, Carl Neuberg, Jacob Pernas, Otto Warburg, Gerty Corey, and Carl Corey. Glycolysis is also known as the Embden-Meyerhof Pathway. The development of biochemistry and the delineation of glycolysis went hand in hand. Before seeing about the glycolytic pathway, we'll see about glucose. We typically consume in our diets a generous amount of starch. These complex carbohydrates must be converted into simpler carbohydrates for absorption by the intestine and transport in the blood. Glucose enters cells through specific transport protein. Glucose is a common and important fuel. In mammals, glucose is the only fuel that the brain uses under non-starvation conditions and the only fuel that red blood cells can use at all. Glycolytic pathway. Glycolytic pathway consists of two stages. Stage 1 is the trapping and preparation phase. That is, trap the glucose in the cell and form a compound that can be readily cleaved into phosphorylated 3-carbon units. In stage 2, ATP is harvested when the 3-carbon fragments are oxidized to pyruvate. First, we'll see about the stage 1 of glycolytic pathway. The first reaction is called as phosphorylation. After glucose enters cells, it is phosphorylated by ATP to form glucose 6-phosphate. This glucose 6-phosphate cannot pass through the membrane, and addition of the phosphoryl group acts to destabilize glucose, thus facilitating its further metabolism. The transfer of the phosphoryl group from ATP to the hydroxyl group on carbon 6 of glucose is catalyzed by exokinase. Let's see what is exokinase. Kinases are enzymes that catalyze the transfer of a phosphoryl group from ATP to an acceptor. Kinase that catalyzes the transfer of a phosphoryl group from ATP to a variety of exoses, that is, 6 carbon sugars, are called exokinase. After phosphorylation, the next step in glycolysis is the isomerization of glucose 6 phosphate to fructose 6 phosphate. The isomerization of glucose 6 phosphate to fructose 6 phosphate is a conversion of an aldose into a ketose. This reaction is catalyzed by phosphoglucose isomerase. The enzyme first opens the 6-membered ring of glucose 6 phosphate, catalyze the isomerization, and then promote the formation of the 5-membered ring of fructose 6 phosphate. A phosphorylation reaction follows the isomerization step. Fructose 6 phosphate is phosphorylated at the expense of ATP to fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. The prefix bis in bisphosphate means that two separate monophosphoryl groups are present. This reaction is catalyzed by phosphofructokinase. The fructose 1,6 bisphosphate is cleaved into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. This reversible reaction is catalyzed by aldolase. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is on the direct pathway of glycolysis, whereas dihydroxyacetone phosphate is not. These compounds are isomers that can be readily interconverted. Dihydroxyacetone phosphate is a ketone, whereas glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is an aldose. The isomerization of these 3 carbon phosphorylated sugars is catalyzed by triose phosphate isomerase. Triose phosphate isomerase catalyzes the transfer of a hydrogen atom from carbon 1 to carbon 2 and intramolecular oxidation reduction. This isomerization of a ketose into an aldose proceeds through an enediol intermediate. Thus, 2 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate are formed from 1 molecule of fructose 1,6 bisphosphate by the sequential action of aldolase and triose phosphate isomerase. The preceding steps in glycolysis have transformed 1 molecule of glucose into 2 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, but no energy has yet been extracted. You have to note one thing here, that is, thus far 2 molecules of ATP have been invested. Stage 1 of glycolysis is completing here. The products of the remaining steps in glycolysis consist of 3 carbon units rather than 6 carbon units. Next, we'll see the second stage of glycolysis, a series of steps that harvest some of the energy contained in glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate as ATP. The initial reaction in this sequence is the conversion of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate into 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, a reaction catalyzed by glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate is an acyl phosphate, which is a mixed anhydride of phosphoric acid and a carboxylic acid. Such compounds have a high phosphoryl transfer potential. Phosphoglycerate kinase catalyzes the transfer of the phosphoryl group from the acyl phosphate of 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate to ADP. ATP and 3-phosphoglycerate are the products. The formation of ATP in this manner is referred to as substrate-level phosphorylation because the phosphate donor 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate is a substrate with high phosphoryl transfer potential. This is followed by shifting the phosphoryl group in the conversion of 3-phosphoglycerate into 2-phosphoglycerate, a reaction catalyzed by phosphoglycerate mutase, an enzyme that catalyzes the intramolecular shift of a chemical group. In the next reaction, the dehydration of 2-phosphoglycerate introduces a double bond, creating an enol. Enolase catalyzes this formation of the enol phosphate, phosphoenol pyruvate. This dehydration elevates the transfer potential of the phosphoryl group. The virtually irreversible transfer of a phosphoryl group from phosphoenol pyruvate to ADP is catalyzed by pyruvate kinase. Thus, 2 molecules of ATP are generated in the conversion of glucose into 2 molecules of pyruvate. Friends, I am concluding this video here and see you soon in my next video with another topic. Thank you, friends.